Hey everyone, welcome to Rise and Shine with CJ. I'm so glad you're here. This channel is all about overcoming life's hurdles and becoming the best versions of ourselves. We're a community of fighters, believers, and achievers. No matter what you're going through, remember you are not alone. Life can throw some serious punches our way, right? Loss, heartbreak, failure, they can knock us down. Trust me, I've been there. We're going to talk about picking yourself up when you feel broken. We'll explore how to turn your pain into power. This isn't just about watching a video, it's about joining a movement. It's about taking charge of your life and shining brighter than ever before. I'm here to guide you every step of the way, sharing the tools and strategies that help me rise above my darkest moments. Get ready to reclaim your life, because together we rise. Imagine this. Your world crumbles around you. Your mother, the strongest person you know, is gone. The woman you plan to spend your life with walks away weeks before your wedding. That was my reality. The pain was unbearable. I felt lost, drowning in grief and rejection. To numb the pain, I turned to alcohol. It seemed like the only escape from the crushing weight of my reality. Every sip promised temporary relief, a moment's peace from the storm raging inside. But it was a lie. Instead of healing, the alcohol deepened my wounds. My business, my passion crumbled under the weight of my neglect. My health deteriorated. I was isolating myself from the people who cared, pushing them away with every drunken outburst. I was trapped in a vicious cycle of self-destruction, my life spiraling further out of control. The worst part, I was hurting not just myself, but everyone who loved me. Alcohol whispers a dangerous promise: escape. It beckons you with the allure of forgetting your problems, of numbing the pain. For a few fleeting moments, it delivers on that promise. The world blurs, the edges soften, and you find a temporary reprieve from the harsh realities you're facing. But here's the catch. It's a lie, a seductive, destructive lie. Alcohol doesn't erase your problems, it merely postpones them. It shoves them into a dark corner of your mind where they fester and grow, becoming even more daunting when you're forced to confront them again. And confront them you will. The hangover always comes, both physically and emotionally. The weight of your troubles returns, heavier than before, compounded by guilt, shame, and the consequences of your actions while under the influence. This cycle of escape and consequence is a dangerous trap. It's easy to get caught in its grip, believing that each drink is a solution, when in reality, it's only digging you deeper into the hole. The destructive power of alcohol extends far beyond your own well-being. It sets off a domino effect, impacting every aspect of your life and leaving a trail of collateral damage in its wake. Your relationships suffer. The people who care about you most, your family, your friends, bear the brunt of your alcohol-fueled behavior. Trust erodes, communication breaks down, and resentment builds on both sides. Your career takes a hit. Alcohol saps your motivation, your focus, and your ability to perform at your best. It becomes a barrier to success, hindering your progress and jeopardizing your livelihood. Your health deteriorates. Alcohol wreaks havoc on your body, damaging your liver, your heart, and your brain. It weakens your immune system, leaving you vulnerable to illness. It robs you of your energy and vitality, leaving you feeling drained and depleted. The longer you allow alcohol to control your life, the more devastating the consequences become. The turning point came for me when I finally looked in the mirror and saw the stranger staring back. The reflection was a harsh reality check: bloodshot eyes, sallow skin, a defeated slump to my shoulders. Gone was the driven, passionate man I once was. In his place stood a shadow, consumed by his demons, drowning in a bottle. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks. I was no longer in control of my life. Alcohol was calling the shots, and it was destroying everything I'd worked so hard to build. It was in that moment, staring into the depths of my despair, that I made a choice. I chose to fight. I chose to reclaim my life from the clutches of addiction. I chose to become the best version of myself, for me and for everyone who had ever believed in me. This wasn't about willpower alone. It was about digging deep, confronting my pain, and finding the strength to heal from within. It was about taking responsibility for my actions and committing to a journey of recovery, one day at a time. I hit rock bottom. It wasn't a single event, but a slow, agonizing descent into despair. My days were a blur of hangovers and regret. My nights were spent chasing oblivion at the bottom of a bottle. I was physically and emotionally spent. One morning I woke up on the floor of my apartment. Empty bottles littered the room. The stench of stale alcohol hung heavy in the air. I could barely remember the events of the previous night. As I lay there staring at the ceiling, a single thought pierced through the fog of my despair. What am I doing to myself? This wasn't the life I envisioned. It wasn't the man I wanted to be. A glimmer of hope flickered within me, faint but undeniable. For the first time in what felt like forever, I wanted something different. I wanted to be free from the chains of addiction. That glimmer of hope, as small as it was, became a seed of change within me. It was a whisper in the darkness, urging me to fight for my life. I knew the road ahead would be long and arduous, but I was determined to take the first step. The first step was admitting I had a problem. This wasn't easy. My pride was shattered, my ego bruised. But acknowledging the truth was essential. I couldn't begin to heal until I stopped denying the severity of my addiction. The next step was asking for help. I reached out to a close friend, someone who had seen me at my worst but never gave up on me. His unwavering support gave me the strength to keep going in those early days. Choosing to fight wasn't about instant transformation. It was about making a conscious decision to change, to break free from the destructive cycle of addiction. It was about believing in the possibility of a brighter future, even when I couldn't see it yet. Recovery isn't linear. There were good days and bad days, moments of clarity and waves of temptation. There were times when I wanted to give up, to surrender to the familiar comfort of numbness. But I learned to embrace the struggle. I discovered that true strength lay not in avoiding pain, but in facing it head-on. Each craving I resisted, each temptation I overcame made me stronger. I focused on taking it one day at a time. Instead of getting overwhelmed by the enormity of the task ahead, I concentrated on making healthy choices in the present moment. Each day I stayed sober was a victory, a testament to my commitment to change. I discovered the power of self-care. I started eating healthier, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. I rediscovered lost passions and explored new hobbies. Taking care of myself physically, mentally, and emotionally became a priority. One of the most important lessons I learned on my journey to sobriety was the power of support. I couldn't have done it alone. Surrounding myself with positive influences was crucial. I joined a support group, a safe space where I could connect with others who understood my struggles. Sharing my story and hearing the experiences of others reminded me that I wasn't alone in this fight. My friends and family were my rock. They offered unconditional love, encouragement, and accountability. Knowing that they believed in me gave me the strength to keep going when I doubted myself. If you're battling addiction, please remember that you don't have to do it alone. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or support group. There are people who care about you and want to help you heal. When I first decided to get sober, I felt incredibly isolated. The shame and guilt I carried made me want to hide from the world. I thought I was the only one struggling with these demons. But then I discovered the power of connection. I started attending support group meetings, and for the first time, I felt truly understood. Hearing other people share their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs made me realize I wasn't alone in this fight. These meetings became my lifeline. They provided a safe and supportive space to be vulnerable, to share my fears and doubts, and to receive encouragement from others who had walked a similar path. Finding your tribe, your community of support, is essential for long-term sobriety. Whether it's a support group, a therapist's office, or a close circle of friends and family, surrounding yourself with positive influences is crucial for staying motivated and on track. Getting sober is a journey, not a destination. It's about making daily choices that support your recovery and learning to navigate life's challenges without relying on alcohol as a crutch. One of the most helpful things I did was to identify my triggers, the people, places, and situations that made me want to drink. Once I knew what they were, I could start to avoid them or develop coping mechanisms for dealing with them in a healthy way. I also found it helpful to establish new routines and habits. I started exercising regularly, eating a balanced diet, and prioritizing sleep. I rediscovered old hobbies and explored new interests, filling my life with positive activities, left less room for temptation, and helped me to build a healthier and more fulfilling life. Remember, there is no one-size-fits-all approach to sobriety. What works for one person may not work for another. It's important to find what works best for you and to be patient and kind to yourself along the way. Breaking free from addiction is about more than just stopping the destructive behavior. It's about replacing old, harmful habits with new, healthy rituals that support your well-being. Think about it. Every time you resisted the urge to drink, you were creating a new neural pathway in your brain, strengthening your willpower and resilience. Each positive choice, no matter how small, chipped away at the hold alcohol had on your life. I began each day with a morning routine that included meditation, journaling, and setting intentions for the day ahead. These practices helped me to center myself, connect with my values, and cultivate a sense of gratitude for the gift of sobriety. I replaced late-night bar visits with evening walks, enjoying the tranquility of nature and the simple pleasure of fresh air. Instead of numbing myself with alcohol, I began to truly experience life, the good, the bad, and everything in between. While the practical steps are essential, true and lasting sobriety involves a deeper journey. A journey of healing the underlying wounds that may have contributed to the addiction in the first place. For me, this meant confronting the pain of my past, the grief of losing my mother, and the heartbreak of a broken engagement. It meant learning to forgive myself for my mistakes and to extend compassion to the wounded parts of myself. Therapy provided a safe and supportive space to process my emotions, explore my thought patterns, and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Through therapy, I learned to identify and challenge the negative self-talk that often fueled my desire to drink. This journey of inner healing is ongoing, but it's an essential part of breaking free from the cycle of addiction and creating a life filled with joy, purpose, and meaning. It hasn't been easy, but let me tell you, overcoming addiction is possible. The journey taught me more than I could have ever imagined. It's a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and the unwavering belief in the power of second chances. Today, I stand here before you not just sober, but truly alive. Free from the shackles of addiction, I've rediscovered the passions that once fueled me. I'm rebuilding my life, brick by brick, with a clarity and purpose I never thought possible. The scars of my past remain, a reminder of the battles fought and won, but they no longer define me. Instead, they serve as a testament to the strength that lies within each of us, waiting to be unleashed. Remember, you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Believe in yourself. Believe in the possibility of transformation, and never, ever give up hope. If you're struggling with addiction, know that you're not alone. Millions of people have walked this path before you, and millions more are walking it alongside you right now. Reach out, ask for help, and take that first courageous step toward recovery. Remember, recovery isn't a sign of weakness, it's an act of incredible strength and courage. It's about choosing yourself, choosing life, and choosing to embrace the incredible potential that lies within you. Today is a new day, a fresh start. It's an opportunity to rewrite your story, to break free from the chains of addiction, and to create a life filled with joy, purpose, and meaning. Start small, take it one day at a time, celebrate every victory, no matter how small. And never forget that you are worthy of love, happiness, and a life free from addiction. Here at Rise and Shine with CJ, we're building a community of support, encouragement, and inspiration. We're here to lift each other up, to share our stories, and to celebrate our collective journey towards healing and growth. Join us on this incredible adventure of self-discovery and transformation. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, and share your story with us. Your voice matters, your experience has the power to inspire others, and together we can create a ripple effect of hope and healing. Remember, you are not alone. We're in this together. Let's rise above our challenges, embrace our strength, and shine brighter than ever before. Because together, we rise.